Now, listen, please. I've already had some concerns already, people whining about not being able to do the proofs, and okay, that's fine. All right, you can whine all you want, but it doesn't matter. It's not solving any problems. All right. So your job over the weekend was try to finish up those proofs. I gave you the answers, right? And I expect you just to not copy the answers, but just kind of look at them, right? To guide yourself. Today we have another probably 20. Today and tomorrow we have another 20. The next day after that we probably have another 20. All right, you are going to get better at it if you're doing them. If you're not doing them, you're not going to get better at it. It's just that simple. All right. So far we have side, 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 and side, angle, side. Today we're going to learn two other methods. All right. We're going to learn angle, side, angle, and side, angle, side, or angle, angle, side.
Angle, side, angle.
No, not side. It's angle, angle, side, and angle, side, angle. All right, and I'll show you exactly how you can remember those. Again, so there are really 4 ways after today that you can prove them. And it's just a matter of taking the information that's given and putting them down in a proof. All right, now what I asked is that I would just collect these today. All right, I'm just going to collect them. All right, now pull them out. I just want to see how much effort you put into it. All right, then what I want to do is, I think if I'm not mistaken, look on Classroom, because I think what I did was I just, instead of you having to write out the statement and reason, I just went ahead and made a statement and reason column for you for each one, and then I separated each proof so we could kind of work through it. All right, so please put your names on your papers. I'm going to kind of collect it real quick, and then I promise you I'll give it back. All right, let me see it real quick. Let's go. Homework, homework. Make sure your name's on it. If your name's not on it, all right, it's going to get all messed up here. All right, there's lots of work to do. Thank you. All right. Anybody else?
Yeah.
All right. And like I said, I'll make a decision on how much you did. Some of them were super easy. All right. Some of them required, a couple more steps. All right. Anybody else? Let's go. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girls. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody else have paper for me? Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. All right. So did everybody check in Google Classroom for me to see if it's there? Like I said, I think I posted it right. And I think I kind of liked what I did as far as just separating all the proofs and telling you exactly what proofs I wanted you to do. All right, so you can kind of see this. All right, so I just basically broke them down. I think there's one on each page. I tried to write it big enough so you could figure it out. Now again, I really am not interested in the whining. All right, I'm interested in you just getting better as we go down. And let me show you. All right, you have to be able to prove it. All right, so now here is what I'm telling you for today. All right, last week we did side, 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 and we did side, angle, side. Today we have what's referred to as angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle. Those are the 4 ways that you can prove triangles are congruent. Now, the one way, which there's a whole lesson in pre-calculus about why you can't prove this. We don't have the ability to show you this right now, but I can kind of make a quick demonstration. All right, you will never be able to do or to prove triangles are congruent by angle, side, side. All right, that's an easy way to remember. You can't do angle, side, side. You with me on this, right? All right, easy way. All right, yes, because it's not going to work. All right, so angle, side, side is the only way in which you cannot prove triangles are congruent. So let me give you a quick explanation. I'm going to try to. All right, this right here, just watch this quick little observation here. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that this angle right here remains the same. This side remains the same. And this side will remain the same. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to demonstrate to you how it's possible to make two triangles from that. All right, so if I gave somebody an angle and I gave somebody two sides, I can show you that you might be able to make what? Two triangles with that. So they don't have to be congruent. Come on now, stop and listen to me. This is the important part right here. I'm trying to demonstrate why angle side side does not work. All right. So now, look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change color here so you can see this length right here makes a triangle here. Does everybody agree? Now, I'm going to try to not change the side, and I'm going to try to say that length is the same there as it is what? Here. Now, can everybody see there's two triangles that are created? The real small one that has an obtuse angle and the bigger one. Is everybody with me on that? So I'm trying to explain right now why angle side side does not work. Angle side side does not work because you can create, it's possible, not always, it's possible to create two triangles that are not congruent with those measures. Is everybody hearing me? Right? So if I said, for example, that angle was 30 degrees, if I said that angle right there is 30 degrees, and one side was 10, and one side was 5, this could be 10, this side could be 5, and that could be 5. Is everybody with me? And we have two different triangles. Does everybody agree with that? Now, if I give you 3 of the same sides, everybody in here will construct what? The same triangle. If I gave you a side, an angle, and a side, everybody would construct what? The same exact triangle. If I gave you angle, angle, side, now let's demonstrate what angle, angle, side is, just to make sure you guys understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to create two triangles that are exactly the same. All right, and that's another reason why I like the notability. All right, we can just copy this, put it over here. And now I've created, does everybody agree? Those are exactly the same. Listen now. If I tell you that this angle is congruent to this angle, and I tell you that this angle is congruent to this angle, and I tell you that this side is congruent to this side, the triangles have to be what? They have to be congruent. All right, they have to be congruent. All right. Now, what I'm going to demonstrate here is, please look up now. I'm trying to get you in the right direction for the proofs. So I'm just telling you, if you're not listening now, you're going to struggle a little bit. So everybody look up. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up a little bit, and I'm going to ask you now, are these triangles congruent? Are they congruent now? No, because please watch again. This is angle, angle, side. Everybody agree with that? Over here, I have angle, angle, not side. Do you agree? I would have to go what? Angle, angle, side. You see, it's in the wrong order. All right, that's important. Some kids didn't know that. Everybody agree with me? Those are not congruent from that perspective. All right. So now that's a demonstration of, that would be the demonstration of angle, angle, side. Now let's do angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. Now are those triangles congruent? Yes. And if I gave you an angle, a side, and an angle, and I gave everybody the same exact information, everybody would draw exactly what? The same triangle. There's no way around it. You couldn't draw separate triangles if you tried. However, if I gave you angle side side, does that guarantee that you're going to draw the same triangle? No, it does not. All right, no, it does not. All right, yes, I know you were patiently waiting. Thank you.
Why are angle side side and side angle side because it has
Okay, so let's look. You're saying why is side angle side different from angle side side, right? Okay, it's because of where the angle is located. The angle, now again, that's a very good question, and sometimes kids don't see that, and I probably should do a better job saying that. Please listen now. The angle right here is between the two sides, right? So the angle in this particular case right here, this angle is between those two sides. Do you agree? Whereas if I was talking about angle side side, it would be this angle, this side, and this side. Now do you understand what I'm saying? The angle is between the two sides. Here, there's an angle, and then a side. So the side is not between the two angles. Here, the side is between the two angles. Everybody hear me on that? All right, it'll become more apparent as I show you more. Is everybody good? All right. So again, I want to talk to you because I honestly at the beginning I was kind of saying I don't care about your whining. I care about your whining if you're trying. Does everybody hear me? If it's hard, it's hard. I understand that. This is not for everybody. All right, not everybody can do this. Can you get better at it? Yes. All right, some had to spend 45 minutes on Saturday and 45 minutes on Sunday. And that's perfectly fine. That's what you're supposed to be doing. All right? If you didn't spend any time over the weekend, I think there's a problem. Or I think there's a problem. All right, I'm not asking you to do all these problems in one night. I'm giving you tonight, I'm giving you tomorrow in class, and tomorrow night. I think that's perfectly fair. And all the instruction today. All right, and I'm expecting you tonight to go home and just, if you don't know how to do one, just skip it, look up the answer, and follow the proof. That's what's important, is you're looking up the solutions and following them and saying, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I know what some of you are saying, I couldn't do it on my own. I understand that. And I'm not asking you to do it on your own. That's why I gave you the what? The solutions as a guided tool that you use to help you with the proofs. And I'm telling you, if you're spending time, you will get better. If you're just copying down my answers, you're not getting better. All right, you're not. And you're fooling yourself. And then you're blaming the fact that it's too hard. It's not too hard if you haven't tried. Or it's not too hard. All right? Now, let's go ahead and get started with all that. All right? Now, again, you're just having to write more information. The proofs are getting a little bigger, a little bit harder. All right? Now, all right, first thing is, all right, we are going to write out the given first. All right. So again, 1, and given. All right. So I've really tried to cut down the work for you. I prefer that you do it on the iPad, but I see some of you doing it on paper, and I'm totally fine with paper. It makes no difference to me. All right. I just like the iPad because when you have overlapping triangles, I can separate them. All right. But you can separate them on paper. It doesn't matter to me how you do it. All right. It makes no difference. All right. Now, what does CB bisecting ABD mean? I'm listening. Tell me. No. Big mistake. That's okay, though. Go. Whoa. Those are sides. Tell them, please. ABC equals what? I'm proud of you, girl. That's perfect. All right. So listen to me. CB bisects ABD. Bisect means what? Cut it in half. Right? Cut it in half. Or cuts it into two congruent angles. Right? So now, in my opinion, I'm just trying to show you how my brain works, how you should be seeing that. As soon as it says bisect, I'm highlighting ABD. So I'm highlighting ABD right here. All right, that's what I'm doing. I'm highlighting ABD. Now, here's how I want you to mark it. These are now congruent. Is everybody with me on this? Now, right now, you speak up and say, hey, I have no idea what you're doing. All right, but I think everybody's got that. All right, so step number 2, we're going to say angle ABC is congruent to angle DBC. And that's called definition of bisect. All right. It also says CB bisects ACD. So now, give me, Ms. Roush, tell me what's true now. Is congruent to? Yes, perfect. Now you're in the game. All right. So step, you could just add that to step 2. Does everybody agree with me? Because it's the same reason. So let's go ahead and save us some time. Angle ACB is congruent to angle DCB. Definition of bisect. All right. Walker, you still good? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to mark it. If you're doing notability, I like different colors. 2 marks here. Now, is angle ABC the same as ACB necessarily? No, I can't say that. Do you agree with me? All right. Now we got somebody else popping up front here. What? CB is congruent to CB. Reflexive property. CB is congruent to CB, and we would say the reflexive property. And now mark it. And now what's true?
Triangle ABC is congruent to BBC.
That is 100%.
Angle side angle.
Yeah, guys. There we go. Now we come down here, mark 4, 4. Say that again. What is it? Angle side angle. And that's it, guys. Come on now. I don't think that's that bad. Am I good? Yes.
I understand all that, but what's the importance of their reflexive property? Like, why is it necessary?
Well, because you have to prove the triangle's congruent by angle side angle, right?
Okay.
The only thing I have right now are 2 what? Angles. Do you agree? So I have to prove a side.
Okay.
Right? And CB is a shared side. Does everybody hear me? CB is a shared side in the triangles. So it's congruent to itself. All right? We don't know that they're parallel. Does it say they're parallel? Yeah. True? Right? That's good thinking.
Does when you put like angle side angle or angle side, is it in order of the triangle?
Well, listen to me now. People ask me this all the time. Is this angle side? This problem, is it angle side? No, it's angle side angle, so it has to be in that order. Is that what you're asking me? Do you agree with me? It's not angle side. There's a big difference. All right, the side is between the 2 angles. The side is between the 2 angles. Agreed? All right, let's have some more fun. All right, here we go. All right, so step number 1. Let's go ahead. All right. Step number 2. Thank you.
Line JM bisects triangle.
How do we know? Now listen to me. I want everybody to help you with this real quick. Look up, please. Look up, look up, look up. anytime you see parallel, lines parallel, you're going to look for either what? Corresponding angles, alternate interior angles. Those are the angles that you're looking for. Because if you have parallel lines and a transversal, you're looking for alternate interior angles or corresponding angles. Is everybody with me on that? So listen to me again. I'm going to say it one more time. As soon as somebody says parallel lines, immediately I jump into alternate interior angles. Everybody with me? I mean, that's just the way it is. All right, so help yourself out. Parallel lines, alternate interior angles. All right, so now somebody identify angles we know are congruent. Daniel.
JMK.
Hold on. JMK and
KJM.
K. No. No. What is alternate interior with? What is it, Daniel? Come on. MJL. There you go, buddy. Those are, I'm going to blow up on it now and make sure you guys can see. So everybody see how those are the alternate interior angles. Now, again, this is why some of you don't get it. Because you won't even ask me a question. Why is that alternate interior angles? Everybody see how those are the alternate interior angles. All right. Now, we can mark this is congruent to this. Now, specifically what, just to make sure you guys understand, specifically what lines is he referring to that are parallel in that case? Daniel, which ones?
The JK and LM.
No. Nope. That's why I'm identifying why some of you are struggling a little bit. Which ones?
LMK and KJ.
No, I'm asking for parallel lines and you're giving me 3 points. What?
MK and LJ.
Thank you. MK. Now, how do you want to double check that? So I used to tell my kids it's like an N or a Z. So this angle is created here. Does everybody agree with that? And then this angle is created here. Now do you see why those are the parallels? Does everybody agree with me? So if you ever have trouble, just highlight the angles, and that tells you which ones are parallel. Is everybody good now? All right, now again, he knew, but I just wanted to double check and make sure you knew what angle I was, or what sides I was referring to. All right, so we would say now, come down here, that angle LJM is congruent to JMK. And those are what type of angles again? Alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angles are congruent. Now, somebody else. What is the other alternate interior angles that I'm using? Come on, someone speak up. Tell me, someone else. Aspen. J, come on now. J what?
JML.
Very good. JML, thank you very much. And KJ, or KJM, I'm sorry. You okay with that? Notice I'm marking them with 2 tick marks now. Is everybody agreeing with that? Yes, ma'am. You got a question?
I don't understand the order.
Okay, so this, watch me please, this is parallel to this. Do you agree? So if I draw this transversal, this is congruent to that. Does that help? All right, let me.
I get that it's order.
Shh. Hold up a minute, please. Let me help her. Okay, so let's start now, just to make sure you understand me. I'll give it one more try. Then I'll let somebody else jump in. Do you agree that is parallel to that? Do you understand that this is the transversal?
Yeah. I understand all of that. I just don't understand how you get that.
How the letters, how I'm labeling the
Yeah,
letters?
how I'm
You can label the letters however you want. You can say LMJ or JML. Because I'm looking at this angle right here, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this angle.
Yeah.
You agreeing those are congruent? That's not a problem.
Okay.
Would you agree with that now?
Yeah,
Okay, so now it's just a matter of I don't care how you name the letters.
Yeah.
Right? It's just either, help me, it's either KJM or MJK.
Okay.
Right? Is congruent to LMJ or JML. You happy now?
Yeah.
All right, good job. I want to correct all your unknowns. All right, so now we're going to say that angle KJM is congruent to angle LMJ. And those are also alternate interior angles. So somebody jump in now. Walker, good.
Would it be JM equals JM?
That's correct. JM is congruent to JM by the what? By the reflexive property. And now we can say what?
Triangle JML is congruent to triangle.
Exactly. And that's what, somebody? Angle side angle. What was our last one? Same thing, basically. It's a different process. Different process. Everybody pretty good? All right, let's try the next one just to make sure. Okay, now right here, let's go ahead and write the given down. Now this is the time where I think you might make your first mistake if you haven't made one. All right, here we go. And I just write that down. And we're going to go with given. Now again, they marked it correct. Okay, now again, I automatically say, is JL, and here's where everybody's making a mistake. Is JL congruent to JL? Yes. So then, are the triangles congruent? Definitely not. Thank you very much. Obviously not. Because that's a what? Angle side side. Is everybody with me? It's an angle side side. So just please be careful with that now. Everybody understand me? That is true. All right, JL is congruent to JL, but that's not going to help me solve the triangles are congruent. Now look, I'm trying to double check you now, and some of you are sitting there and you got a puzzled look on your face. You're not asking me, and that's what's frustrating. Speak up now. Tell me. If I put this congruent to itself, that would be angle, side, well, I should highlight it. Angle, side, side, angle, side, side. You with me now, right? Good, good. Right? You understand me now, right? All right, that's what I'm saying. I can see it. You might not see it yet because it's taking you an extra couple of minutes. Right? So as soon as you see it, it's all good.
Why can't we do side and side?
So that's a good question. I was hoping somebody would ask me that. So here we go. Let's look at this. He says, well, why can't I do side, angle, side? Because I'm skipping a what? An angle and a side. Right? So I can't skip an angle and a side. All right, very good question, actually. All right, so now let's look at what we have. JL bisects KLM. JL bisects KLM. So somebody who hasn't said anything today, come on. Someone who hasn't said something today. Tyler, good for you. Thank you. What's going to happen for step 2? Shh. JL bisects KLM. What does that mean? And if you don't know, tell me. Okay, so listen to me. What I want you to put your hands down. Here's how simple it is, and I mean this. I want you to highlight JL for me. And honestly, guys, if this was hard, I would tell you. But some of you are not speaking up. So I drew that. You with me? Now draw KLM. So I'm going to highlight now KLM. Here's that angle. JL bisects KLM. You know what bisect means? Okay, so what's true now? No, that's a side. Listen to me now. That's good. It looks true, but it's saying it bisects an angle. So it's not going to be a side. So think one more time. JL bisects KLM. Yes, that's us. I'm telling you, it's that simple. It bisects an angle. So you find the angle that it bisects and say it cuts it into two congruent parts.
Oh.
That's what it means. That's exactly what it means. So here we go. So now I'm going to mark it. He just told me this angle is congruent to this angle. So we're going to write angle KLJ is congruent to angle MLJ. And of course, that's definition of bisect. Okay, so now somebody tell me what's true. Thank you, Cameron. Yeah, we could do that, but is that necessary at this point? Now listen to me, Cameron. You would be correct. So listen to me, guys. I'm just as a side note. Please listen. I'm going to summarize it right now, though, Cameron. Do you look up on the board? Can you see that that's angle, angle, side?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So listen now, everybody. Everybody listen. The triangles are congruent by angle, angle, side. Is everybody agreeing? Now, we're taking the test, and Cameron just said JL is congruent to JL by reflexive property. Is that true? And now she just is going to prove it by side, angle, side. Is that, side, angle, angle. Is that legal? Yeah, she could do that. Does everybody see what I'm saying? So you might miss one, but if you continue, that'll help you with another different possibility. Is everybody with me? All right, but because we are interested in time, there's no reason to do that. We can just go ahead and say what? Angle, angle, side. So now we're going to go and talk about those two triangles, copy and paste the image there, and then we're going to just go ahead and say that those triangles are congruent by what again? Angle, angle, side. Beautiful. All right. Everybody pretty happy with that? Good? I don't think it's that hard. A little bit better every day. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to, again, highlight the proof or the given. All right, now right off the bat, I would probably say here, because measure of angle G is equal to the measure of angle J, we should say that angle, let's do this, angle G is congruent to angle J, and that's definition of what? Definition of congruence. All right. Now, what else? Go ahead, I'll let you say. Well, it does say that. It says that. And then you could say they're 90 degrees, all right angles are congruent, but it's saying if they're equal, they're congruent. All right. Now, good. Tell me something. Very good. So tell me which ones you're talking about, though. Angle what? FHG, yes. Is congruent to what? Shh. Let him do it, please. Good job, buddy. That's getting in the game right there, man. All right. So here we go. Number 3. Angle GHF is congruent to angle JFH. And of course, that would be alternate interior angles are congruent. All right. Now what? Somebody tell me. Hold on a minute. Now I knew you were going to say that, and I'm glad you did. HF what? No, she's talking. Listen to me now, Zoe. I think you said this angle is congruent to this angle. Shh, let her just think, man. She makes A's on all her tests. Just let her think. What?
And it.
Do you see what I'm saying or not? Is that true?
Yeah. So the second one or first one is to be FHJ is congruent with GFH.
FHJ. So you're saying this is congruent to what? Now listen to me. That's not true. Good mistake. It's not true because of this, kiddo. This is not parallel to this. We don't know that. You hear me? That's a good mistake, and that's why I let you make it. We do know that HF is congruent to what? HF, reflexive property, right? And now we have angle side, or angle side. Does everybody see that, right? All right. So now, guys, that was the bell. Thank you for being patient and listening. In my opinion, just do as much as you can tonight. You know, try to give yourself 5 or 6 proofs to do. Just do them right in order, and then tomorrow we'll carry on. Excellent, guys. Excellent job today. And I mean it about practicing.